So I am starting our compost bin completely over. I have pulled everything out. I've used it in the garden. And the reason being is because the short time that I've had this up, I have already found adjustments that I need to do. So I want to get those adjustments into play to start off this gardening season. And the first thing that I am doing to this is I am putting chicken wire and stapling it on the outside of this all the way around. Peekaboo. Only about halfway up. It is about halfway up. That's just the height of the chicken wire I had. So I'm putting chicken wire around the outside. I've only got one side done because I ran out of staples. Then on the inside here, I'm going to put cardboard, probably about a foot up all around the bottom, just to kind of help keep all of the small stuff inside, because what was happening is all of it was just creeping out the sides. All the good stuff was just creeping out the sides. So, like I said, I needed to get this a little more usable. And you know, guys, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. You learn from what you do and you fix it along the way. This bed of onions is doing much better. I've been able to keep the chickens and the cats out of it. We are putting our fencing up this weekend, so yay. And we've got flowers coming up here. I don't even remember what I planted here. It's just a mix. But again, I have to try and keep the cats and the chickens out of my flower pots. The sage is doing fantastic. I'm super excited. I love fresh sage, and yep, it's taken off like crazy this year. You've got these onions still. I still have them all covered up just until we get our fencing up. And they are doing pretty good, but the cats still get up here and walk on this. They have not been using it as a bathroom, so yay to that. So the tops of these onions, a lot of them are all bent over. So hopefully once we get our fencing up, that will alleviate that issue. Perennials coming up here. Oh, sure, go ahead and water it, buddy.
I do well.
Good job. And these are some stuff I did as seed. Let's see if I can lift this up. And we've got sunflowers there in the middle, and again, just a mix. So I've been watering this and had this old window on it again to keep the chickens and cats out. So here, this is new. I have done this new since I did a video on our garden last. I have our big bed over there that is going to be green beans. All green beans over there with some herbs and stuff like that, but mostly all green beans. So this bed, I need to add a couple more bags of soil. We are going to go with the Three Sisters method. So what that is, in case you're not familiar, the Three Sisters method is you will plant corn. A few weeks later, you will plant beans, and then a few weeks later, squash. And I may have the squash and beans flip-flopped, but that's how you do it. I'm going to probably divide this up into thirds. And so I will have 3 sections here in the middle where it grows the corn, and then the beans, and then the squash. So we're going to try that method out in this space in my garden. And yeah, it looks kind of but you know, I'm using what I got here. Trying not to spend money to make this bed, and it seems to be working fairly well. And we've got the lilies coming up down there. I had a bunch more lilies that I don't think my rosemary's coming back. I'm horrible with growing rosemary. I have lilies that I planted in another area already, and yep, the cats already got to them. So, and I do here, we've got a little, you can see it looks a little bit limp. This is frost damage. It's gotten into the low 30s the last couple nights here. I should have covered these up. But this is another perennial bed. Flowers. We've got muscari, which are the purple flowers you can see coming up here. And then in the middle are, I believe, 3 or 4 different kinds of tulips. So they're starting to come up as well. So hopefully, you see the chicken wire on here too. Hopefully once we get the fencing up around this garden this weekend, we can take all of this precautionary stuff off of my pots. Yeah, these onions seem to be doing good. They seem to be doing good. And they all have new growth. You can see that they are growing. And again, this is my first time planting onions in pots, but I ran out of space. Time got away from me. I did not get my additional beds built. Still don't have my additional beds built, but we'll get there. And here's where I planted some lilies. And I think there's only one sole survivor down there hanging on. You probably can't even see it. So again, this is where the cats go. So I'm going to put some chicken wire around this, and some T-posts, and kind of block this off until everything can get established. So these down here, these are coming back great. These are Maximilian sunflowers. So they probably only get about 2 or 3 feet tall. They're about a foot tall last year. It was the first year that I had them, so they may get a little bit taller than that, but they're not real big sunflowers. So I'm happy to see these guys come back full throttle this year. I still have to get some dirt to finish this off. It's probably add another bale of straw. Our co-op was out of straw, so I hope there's some. I'm going to try another place to try and locate a couple more bales, because I don't want to see any of those leaves. I don't want any of those leaves showing. I want it all covered with straw before I add the soil and before I add the compost and all that good stuff to finish this off. But I need to get going on this because those green beans can get planted now. So I'm already getting behind schedule, and the garden season just started. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to ring that notification bell. We've got lots of fun projects coming your way. And until next time, everyone, stay safe and have an awesome day.